We're going to move into our final series together. Let's do some lunges. We need our third to heaviest loop band around our outer thighs. You can get into this from a standing or seated position, sliding the loop band all the way up above the knees, the blue loop band, and then you're going to come over to a wall. If you have flat back posture or you have had trouble in level 1 or 2 using the roller, you can use a slider disc or a washcloth. Looks like this. So I'm going to hold on to the wall and I'm going to bring the hand on the hip, other hand on the hip, and my inside leg closest to the wall, is going to slide back. The foot's on the slider. If you have flat back posture, this is the variation I'm suggesting you do. If you have sway back or lordosis, I'd like you to try to put the top of the foot, the inside foot, on the roller, pointing the toes. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, let the inner thighs pull you back into the lunge, and inhale back up to center. That's all it is. Exhale, sliding back. Inhale, coming up. And it's all about the weight. So we use less and less resistance around the outer thighs. So that means your muscles have to strengthen to keep that knee alignment instead of the band helping you to hold it. So the band is a crutch, and as it gets lighter and lighter, your muscles are doing the work. So make sure, sway back posture, the bone of the big toe is heavy. You're not rolling out on the foot, the front foot. Make sure it's the inside leg, the leg closest to the wall, that's going back, not the outside leg, because it does matter, because we have the hand on the hip grounding us on that side, our supporting standing side. And if you're having trouble and you keep losing the roller, go to the slider. There's no shame in that. It's an excellent exercise as well. And it's really great for our flat back posture because it allows you to work on the dorsiflexion of your feet to combat the plantar flexion that's prevalent in the ankles. So as we're working here, we're using the breath. Another 10 seconds. And let's 5, 4, 3, 2, switch sides. And if you're experiencing knee discomfort, you can always go back to that chair quad stretch. I'll show it. It looks like this. And just hold that on the side of the knee that's paining. Another thing you can do, but I'd like you to begin the other side. So I'll show you the other side with the washcloth and with the foam roller. I'm going to show you both those variations. And I'd like you to keep doing these, exhaling, letting your inner thigh pull you back into the lunge, and inhaling back up to center. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back, and inhale back up to center. So now that I've demonstrated those, I'd like you to keep going, but I am going to show you a trigger spot that if you experience a lot of knee pain, you can get into with your trigger ball and a yoga block in a seated position, or you can they've got a lot of rolling devices these days, like sticks that have trigger balls that are easier to use that you can use as well. But I will show you, you can even just use your thumbs digging into the fascia right here. I'll do it in a seated position, showing you the spot in a standing position so you can see it. And this is a great area to dig into to drop the femur bone down, reset, and help alleviate certain problems that we can have with our knees due to tracking. So if you're still doing your lunges, excellent. I'm going to go back to those lunges. Since I'm kyphotic lordotic, I'm going to do the ones on the roller, pointing my toes, as the sway back and lordosis and kyphotic lordotic are doing. Flat back, keep going with the washcloth or slider disc. Everybody keep your focus up higher than eye level, shoulders plugged down, belly firm. Exhaling to go back. Inhaling to stand up without locking the knees at the top. From here, we are now going to grab our blue loop band that's around our thighs and bring it above our elbows, placing our roller against the wall. So with the band above the elbows, which looks like this, we put the forearms on the wall and we bring our legs, if we have back or knee issues, hip distance apart. If not, they can be together for an extra challenge. And we're doing a wall plank variation. Holding here, with the roller about chest height. We'll push down into the roller with the forearms and we'll pull out like we're trying to split that band in half. We'll inhale to lift the roller up a few inches and exhale to pull it down. Now imagine my hands on your shoulder blades and you're trying to bring your back ribs towards my hands. Don't allow your upper back to collapse in. I want it to puff up, but the shoulders remain down the spine. Belly is firm. Gaze is soft. Chin is lifted. The only movement that's happening is the belly pulling in towards the spine and the forearms pushing that roller up a few inches and then pulling it down a few inches. It's a very small movement. The upper back is continuing to engage. You're fighting for the shoulder blades to puff up. You're fighting for the front ribs, your breastbone, your sternum to reach through your body towards your back ribs, and your back ribs to reach towards your shoulder blades, getting more into your back for better alignment. From here, I'd like everybody to set those props to the side, and we're going to come by a wall. Now you can have one hand brushing the wall or holding the wall for balance purposes, or you can stand to where you're not holding the wall and it's more of a balance exercise. Everybody points your toes with external rotation from your top of your hip, toes pointed like this. Flat back posture, I'd like you to flex your foot if you can do that. So it looks like this. We're going to just do leg sweeps, and I want you to start gentle, and as you warm up those hamstrings and they loosen up, you can go a little faster. Arms out to a T, stepping forward, and we sweep. 2, 3, 4. Pause, inhale, and we sweep. 2, 3, 4. Pause, inhale, and we sweep. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, and stepping forward onto the other leg. Other leg sweeps. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, and it sweeps. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, pause. Exhale, sweep. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, stepping backwards through space, and you can sweep back first. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, pause. Plug the shoulders down. Gaze up. Exhale, sweep. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, plug the shoulders down. Abs in, neutral pelvis, sweep. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, stepping back. Final set. Soft bend in the supporting knee and sweep. 2, 3, 4. Inhale and exhale a little faster, a little higher. Pointed toes unless you're flat back and you're dorsiflexing your foot. One more. And let's let that go. Face the wall. Bring your dominant arm into a single arm cactus. Other hand to the hip. Twist away from the arm on the wall. Lean forward a little just so you feel that pec minor and anterior delt opening up. Chin is lifted. Gaze is soft. Let's breathe together. If you'd like to bring one hand to the belly and move back into your diaphragmatic breathing, as long as there's a soft bend in the knees and your pelvis is neutral, that's somewhere between arching and rounding, that is fine. Let's do some diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale, push the belly out. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let it fall in. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, push it out. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let it fall in. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Pushing it out. 2, 3, 4. Letting it fall in. 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Push it out. 2, 3, 4. And it falls in. 2, 3, 4. Turning around, other side. Keep your eyes open. Gaze soft. One hand to the belly. One hand to that single arm cactus. Remember, use leverage. Get close to the wall. Feet hip distance apart or together if that feels nice. Soft bend in the knees. Gaze up higher than eye level. Lean forward, then twist away. And let's come back to our diaphragmatic breathing. Again, relaxing the nervous system. Remember, this is what you can come to whenever you need to, whenever you're getting up from a seated position that you've been seated for a while and you're nervous about tripping because you're having shuffling in the feet. Here we go. Push the belly out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let it fall in. 2, 3, 4. One more here. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let it fall in. 2, 3, 4. Come to a comfortable seated position. Interlace the fingers behind the nape of the neck, elbows fall in, tuck the chin to the chest. Just breathing here. If you notice one side of the neck is tighter than the other, you can turn the chin, looking under the armpit, stretching out the back of the neck. We'll be here for another 30 seconds, so breathe normally. Just don't round in your upper back. Remember what I said about hands on your shoulder blades, bringing the back ribs towards those hands. Even though you're stretching your neck, doesn't mean you need to collapse in your upper back. Make sure your pelvis is pulling down towards the floor. You're sitting up on the top of your sits bones. Your feet are grounded, both the inner and outer edge of the feet. You're breathing. You're noticing where you're tight, and you're allowing oxygen to come into that area. 2 more full inhales and exhales here. And then I'd like you to float your head up onto your spine. Great job.